All right, format and aesthetics. These next sections are actually pretty quick. Aesthetics and formatting. Like I said, 6 minutes people spend looking at resumes, hiring managers spend looking at resumes. That's why, that is my next question, but that's why it's so incredibly important the way that your information is organized on your resume. Clean, simple templates and stay consistent with formatting. That is the golden rule. One of the main problems that we see is with teachers, but just anyone writing a resume, is just little things that are inconsistent throughout the resume. When it comes to formatting, consistency is key. That's what makes it visually appealing. Why the appearance of your resume is so important is because it makes it so that you can quickly see the information that you need to see. If you're a hiring manager, you're looking to hire a 9th grade math teacher, you want to quickly look and see if they're certified to teach the subject that you need, right? Are they certified to teach math 6 through 12 or 7 through 12 or whatever it is? They want to be able to say, okay, yep, he's had 3 teaching jobs, good. He's taught at this school, and this school. They need the information very, very quickly. If the resume is a visual mess, they're not going to take the time to look at it. Clean, simple template. And we have some templates that I'm going to send you that you can use if you want. And we have them on our website as well. I'll show you at the end. Stay consistent. I already mentioned that. 1 or 2 fonts. But if you're going to use 2 fonts, just make sure that they complement each other, which is really sort of subjective, but just don't use one wild and crazy cursive font and one that's more, that looks like a typewriter. Just use ones that are sort of similar to each other, if that makes sense. This is huge. Okay, real talk. I think definitely over 50% of teachers don't save their file as a PDF before they send it, which is, it's fine. I mean, I wouldn't have even known to do that until a few years ago. But the reason you have to do that is because if you send them a Word document or I don't know, I'm drawing a blank on what the Mac version of Word is, but if you send that to them, number one, it's editable, which you don't want, but also it could come through as distorted, and it often does. When I look at resumes all the time, I'm telling you over 50% of them appear distorted on my computer because the program is not compatible. And that makes your formatting look off, and it makes it less visually appealing, okay? Save it as a PDF. It's super easy. All you do is you go to File, Export, and then you hit Export as PDF. Save it to your desktop and send that. These are some suggested fonts, but you could use whichever font you want. These are the ones that are the easiest to read and look the nicest, and they also look sort of modern. Here is a resume. This is this gives me heart palpitations to look at. How would you fix the formatting of this resume? City and state, Central City, yep, unnecessary double spacing. It's just, it hurts to look at. This isn't a resume that you want to spend time looking at because everything is really, really inconsistent. Bullet points where there don't need to be bullet points. What else? It's inconsistent. I mean, there's double spacing in sections. The sections also aren't clearly separated from one another. It's not clear from one section to the next. Yeah, the city, why are this exactly? So why, Katie's saying, why are the cities bolded? Why would you want to bold that? Who cares what city you taught in, right? That's not where you want the eye to go. No certifications, city clerk job. Yep, the focus should be on the job titles, absolutely. So all of your instincts are right on point. Aesthetics are incredibly important, and I can't tell you, you might be looking at this thinking, like, this doesn't look that bad. You might be looking at this and thinking, this is a mess, who would send this? I get them all the time, all the time. So let's look at them side by side. Here's one, here is another. This is the most obvious question I've ever asked during a webinar. Which of these is easier to read and why? Let's focus on the why, right? And the different ways that the person on the right made this more aesthetically pleasing and easier to read. The person on the right is using lines, bolding, uppercase and lowercase, bullet points, everything is sectioned off. If you are a hiring manager and you are looking, you want to see where this person taught, boom, your eye goes right there. You don't need to search. There's a heading that says teacher experience. It's bolded. There's a line under it. That's where your eye goes. If you're looking to see where they went to school or if they're certified, your eye goes right there. It's bolded. There's a line underneath it. It's just, it's easy to read. Here are some strategies in case you struggle with formatting, which I actually used to. Vary the font, and these are the ways that you want to vary the font. Use uppercase sometimes, lowercase sometimes. So you can use uppercase to show your job title, or I would really honestly do your job title or headings. That's another way that you want to use uppercase. You can use bold, italic, or underline to vary the different ways that you want to separate the sections, or you want to highlight what you're talking about. And then font size. You can also do font size. If you're going to do a larger font, you can, I would suggest either for the section headings and for your name. And maybe if you had some kind of an objective, but honestly, your name and the heading sections could be slightly larger font. Lines and or boxes to section off, make it easier to read. And then you can also indent and use line breaks to separate sections. These are all just suggestions, but these are things that we notice that we see in resumes that really stand out and are visually organized.